Hello. I would like to take just a moment and show you what it looks like to log in to LearnUpon for the first time as a manager. So franchise owners in the system have been created as managers of their own branch, and LearnUpon, that terminology is a little different. They call it groups. So I'm going to show you as a manager what some of the features are that you've got, what it looks like to log in for the first time, and what it looks like for you as a manager to also enroll yourself or take courses that have been enrolled for you. So to get into LearnUpon, it's very simple, fci.learnupon.com. That's going to take you directly to the home page. I'm not going to log in as me at the moment. I'm going to log in as Deb DeFisher. I've just created Deb's user ID, and even before I send it to her, I'm going to take the initial login. The very first time that you log in, it's going to ask you if you want to change you're going to have to change the password. So let me do that at the moment. Okay. So simple enough, change your password. And now let's take a look at the screen. Now, as a manager, when you first log in to LearnUpon, you're going to log into a manager dashboard. So this is your manager dashboard. Right now, I only have one user created in Deb's branch, Dan Schmidt, a brand new design associate. But you'll see that Deb has the ability here to see Dan and to do some things. She can look at his profile. She can go in and do some things. She can look at enrollments. She can run reports. So as a manager, you will be able to report on some basic reports, reports that you create yourself. So you could create a report that simply had like a progress report. So if you wanted to see a progress report on, let's say, for example, I wanted to see how Dan is doing with his inspired sale, let's say inspired sales system, and the user is Dan Schmidt. And then you can select all kinds of more interesting stuff here, create this report, and Deb could take a look at it and see exactly how far he's gotten. Yeah, we're going to discard that for now. So as the manager of the branch, when you log into your branch page, this is the way it's going to look. It's not very fancy. You're sort of looking behind the scenes. However, if you want to look at this from the learner's perspective, from your learning perspective, if you simply come up here to the top and click on your user settings, you obviously can go into your name and you can change things about your profile. So you can come in here and select your language. If you want your language to be Spanish, that's fine. French, okay. Receiving notifications and where you want notifications to go. You can update your password here and you can set your time zone. You can also change your circle here and edit this and put a picture here. That's fun to do. So if I come up here, instead of going to the profile page, I want to switch to learner. So again, I'm still logged in as Deb, but now I've logged in and I'm looking at her learning paths and her courses. So right now, Deb is only enrolled in 2 courses. She's enrolled in the online escrow portal. She's enrolled in the PPA program. There's a lot more courses out there. These are the 2 that she's been enrolled in. So if she wanted to take one of these courses, she could simply click on the course and very simply, as soon as that pops up, hit the start button and walk through that course. You'll see that this gives you a marketing credit of a half a marketing credit, so that's good. Let's go back. I just clicked on the logo to get us back to, well, I didn't want to go there. Let's go back into her learner dashboard. So you'll see here, then it's got my learning. And so if there's anything that she started, she'll see that here as well. There's courses and learning paths. She doesn't have any learning paths assigned to her yet. Learning paths are simply a collection of courses that have been grouped together. Or she can go to the catalog. And by looking in the catalog, there's a bunch of content that's already out there. There's other content that's being added daily. You can search for things in particular. So if there's, let's say she wanted to look specifically at things that had to do with hardwood, that's great. She can select hardwood and, anything that's been tagged as hardwood would come up. Another neat way of searching for content would be to look under the category. And let's say that under the category, she wanted to look at all the courses for leadership that have been put out there. And so we've got coaching, conflict resolutions. There's a number of different leadership courses that have been added. So as a manager, you can flip back and forth. So from user settings, I can switch back to manager. As a manager, you have the ability to look at your team. You have the ability to, you've got the ability to report on your team, to enroll your team. So if she wanted to go in, she could go into Dan's profile and she could enroll Dan in a number of different courses if she wanted him to take some courses that he wasn't already enrolled in. So she has the ability to do that within her branch. But as a manager, you also have the ability to simply switch to your learner view and take a look at the courses that are relevant for you to take as a new franchise owner, as a new manager, or as an existing manager that's been out there. And again, remember, you can always go over to the catalog and search for courses that you might be interested in taking. I hope this is helpful. If at any point you've got questions or comments, please reach out. It's a pretty intuitive system to get around in. To me, it's a lot easier to navigate than Floor U was. And I really, really love the fact that as a franchise owner, as a manager of your group, as a franchise owner of your branch, you have the ability to run reports on your employees to see what training they've actually completed and what their progress is. So that's a really, really nice feature of LearnUpon. More will be coming out on LearnUpon, but for the moment, I just wanted to get something out quickly so that you guys can get started. Good luck with it. But again, if you need any help, let me know. And I look forward to working with you on it. Thanks.